you doing this, but we also have the very famous orchestration tool for all the containers, which is called as Kubernetes. Okay, so today we will go ahead and see how to uh, we will see the introduction to Kubernetes, and also we will install Kubernetes cluster in one of the like a Kubernetes cluster with at least one node, like how we had seen with the Docker as well. So one will be a master node, one will be a slave node. Okay. So let's get started. So can you go ahead and share your screen, Vijay? So Kubernetes
Yeah,
is
my
usually. Hmm?
my account means like 750 hours completed, madam. They charged my account 200 rupees like that. So I didn't create any other account.
AWS account.
Yeah.
Oh, even my account actually it is getting billed like around 500 or something. What to do? Because I need two virtual machines. Then we can go ahead and see how to install Kubernetes on that. Mm, okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. That's okay. I'll tell them something.
Just to, if you after you once you share the screen, madam, otherwise I will try to create an account. Create instances. I'm opening my system.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
very slow. So,
okay.
but they are charging very huge, madam. It's like when I saw it was my bill was 142, and
Okay.
within 1 hour they charged to 162 like that it went.
Oh,
Just I
yeah.
opened an instance for 1 hour, just they charged me like that.
Yeah. Usually it is like based on the time, right? So they will.
Are you able to join, madam?
Okay. No, you're going to share your screen or you want me to share the screen?
I'm sharing the screen.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, we are able to see it. Yeah, and also go ahead and open and like and Kubernetes document.
Okay. And like slash Kubernetes.
Yeah, Kubernetes. Search Kubernetes repositories under repositories. Yeah.
No, madam. Is it the repo? No, right? Didn't find any. No.
No, you're not there in the right one. Go back.
Huh?
No, not this one. Go to Andalike. You are in your github.com/search something. Go to Andalike. Yes.
Yeah.
Go to repositories.
Repositories. Okay.
Yes. Here you type in Kubernetes. No, not there, not there. Here search.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, find a repository. Yes. Hmm, this one. Okay, download that document and let's follow the document.
In this, which one, madam? The Kubernetes.doc. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Fine. So now let's go ahead and create the servers. So is that okay that if you go ahead and create the servers in AWS account?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay. Create two servers. One server will act as your master server, and one server will act as your slave server. So master server should have minimum specification is 2 CPUs and 8 GB, right? That's there in the document as well.
Yeah, 2 GB RAM and 2 core CPUs.
Yeah.
Yeah, shall I create that, ma'am?
Yes, yes, please.
Where that we should mention the 2 GB RAM and CPUs, ma'am.
Whenever you're selecting the instance type will give you the details of CPU and GB, right?
It's like here,
Not here. Before
not
step.
here.
Before step.
Next to security will come here. Where is
No, before that. Previous. Go to previous. No, previous. No, previous. This one. So
Oh,
here
I
you
think.
can see CPU memory, right? You have selected one CPU, one memory. Select two CPU and
Okay, but how can I can modify this?
select. Wait. So go to the document. What is the first for the master slave? It is 2 GB, two cores, right? So 1 GB, one RAM. I think slave should be enough. But go to AWS. Come down. Hmm. Okay. You need to create a T2 large machine for this cluster. Okay. Mm, and anyways, it's chargeable. That's fine. So this account you're using it for the first time, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
The bill is also for the first time, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then that's fine. Even if you like, even if they charge you more, you can call them and tell them that it was for a demo. It is to learn the AWS tool. That's the reason I just created servers. I was not aware of the billing. Then they will waive it off. Like they won't keep it. Like they'll make it as zero. So we can go ahead and create. Okay, so create T2 medium. T2 dot medium server is there, no? Yes. No. Select T2 medium
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with
This
two
one, right?
CPU. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and review and launch.
Directly, nothing. No need to go other steps.
No, that's fine.
Here we can select S, sir.
Wait, what happened? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yes, I want to continue with T2 medium. That's fine. Launch.
Shall I create one more instance?
Yes, go ahead and create one more with one normal one. One CPU, 1 GB. T2 micro only you can select for this.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's wait for it get started. Meanwhile, we can go through the document.
This is Docker, right? They are saying
Sorry?
this document shows all the things of Docker. It's like, are you able to see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, yes, I'm able to see it.
It's like step one when we follow,
Mm-hmm.
like install Docker on both the nodes.
Yeah, you need Docker for Kubernetes cluster to be maintained because we are using Kubernetes only to monitor and control. the containers, right? So for the containers, you need to make sure you have Docker installed. The first step is you need to make sure Docker is present in both the machines. Then we will be installing Kubernetes.
Oh, then Docker is means like Kubernetes is similar to that of Docker. Means like we can still we depend. We should depend upon Docker when we are using
Yes,
Kubernetes.
yes, yes, definitely. And it's a must as well.
Oh, it's like I
Okay.
thought like no need of Docker if you are using Kubernetes.
No, 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 no. Kubernetes is a tool which is built on top of Docker. Like Kubernetes will not work if you're not using Docker orchestration. Like Docker method, if you're not using,
Okay.
then Kubernetes will not be useful. Kubernetes is built on top of Docker.
Okay, but we heard like Kubernetes will be like more faster when we use instead of Docker, so that most
No,
of the
no,
people prefer Kubernetes.
no, not at all. See, Kubernetes and Docker is not a separate tool. Kubernetes is a tool which will actually maintain and orchestrate the Docker environment.
Then what will be the difference, madam? It's like why to use Kubernetes and instead of Docker only? We can also continue with the Docker also. Right? Things will
You
work with
can
Docker.
you can use Docker Swarm. See, Docker is application, right? So what are you doing with Docker? You're creating the images, you're
Yeah,
running the images, right? That means you're running your applications using Docker mechanism. Correct, right? Using
yeah.
the Docker engine. But when you have 1,000 Docker images, you never know which Docker you're running, which Docker is taking more memory, which Docker has already stopped. If the container breaks in the middle, we will not know, right? So in that cases, you need some tool to inform you, right?
Okay.
So that will be done using your Kubernetes. You can also use Docker Swarm tool, which is the base of your Docker. Like from the Docker organization only, they have a tool which is called as Docker Swarm, but it will not give you all the features that Kubernetes will help you doing that.
Okay.
Okay, because Kubernetes is designed in order to maintain the containers itself.
Okay. Just it's only for maintaining the containers.
Yes, yes, yes. It is
It's
an
like we
orchestration tool.
have separate containers created by Kubernetes and it's not like similar to the Docker.
No, 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 no. See, in Kubernetes, you will be using Docker image only. You will
Oh,
be maintaining the Docker images itself. Like you will be maintaining the containers which is running based out of your Docker image.
yeah, ma'am. For me, I connected to this 173 box. It's like T2 my medium.
Medium you connected, right? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
but
get
no, no. When I'm connecting, it's showing that network error connection timeout.
I okay, while creating, which one did you use? What is that? Prem file?
Yeah, PEM only we are using it.
Okay, okay. Then why it should connect to no? Try connecting again.
I'm trying other one T2
Mm,
medium.
yeah.
Both are giving the same problem.
That means we are not able to connect to those
Yeah,
machines,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh, let's wait, refresh once. That's fine. Everything looks fine actually. Okay, try connecting again.
No, madam, it's not able to find.
Okay. Try via putty.
Putty also is similar.
Similar only, right?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, here. Okay, okay. Here, private file it will take, no? PPK file.
Okay, we need to convert it into.
Yeah.
We need to go to pigeon.
Footage in, correct.
Okay.
No, just load it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me try to convert. Like,
It's giving email in putty also it is same.
hmm. Okay, let me try creating. Network issues means either it is your network, but your network is fine because we are able to talk to you. Otherwise,
Hmm.
that location's server's network issue it might be.
Oh, this
Here we
Virginia.
have created Virginia, right? Yeah. I'm going to create it in Mumbai. Okay, you're trying to create it in Mumbai, is it?
Oh, here.
Oh, okay. Try.
Yeah, it got created. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it's because of location error only. Okay, let's get started. So this is you created both the service or only
No,
one?
no, no.
Okay.
One only I create.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and create
First,
one.
shall I delete other
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Terminate the other one.
because it will charge.
Yeah, actually, my cost was something else. I am also checking my cost, okay? But it is showing 0.00, but I don't know why, how I used it.
For me, other account it charges like 162, 164 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they are not allowing. There is no option of paying, madam. It's like I didn't kept my recurring payment. Something it was there. So
Mm-hmm.
I now have not selected that option. So the bill was there, but when I'm trying to pay that, it's
Mm-hmm.
not allowing any other account. I don't know.
Oh,
I, okay, I stopped that, madam, and even I will stop this also, and I will go to that.
mm-hmm. Not stop, terminate it.
Oh, that means like I thought first to stop. So
No problem. You can directly terminate. Even if you stop, the charges will happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I will come back and terminate that.
Sure, sure. No problem. Yeah.
I will create one more instance.
One more instance. Yes. The T2 medium one.
This is to micro. Here they didn't ask anything. It's like chargeable also.
Mm-hmm.
It's terminated means it's like
Terminated means no charge will be there. Like your
yeah,
deletion of your machine only.
showing terminated.
Then fine. It is fine.
Okay. Yeah, one is initializing. One I connected to T2 micro. I connected.
Okay.
But suppose think that we created in suppose I have same question like I
Mm-hmm.
have T2 micro from long time.
Okay.
It's like suppose in this region,
Mm-hmm.
think that that region network was not proper.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can't able to connect, right? It's like how it happened for now for
Yes.
us.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, even yesterday also I faced it. At night I tried. I created 2 days back one account.
Okay.
My friends. So I
Mm-hmm.
am using his account yesterday to create Jenkins or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
keep on saying network connection timeout. But I saw all the security groups and root internet gateways and root tables.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all are proper. But still it is showing a network connection timeout. So at the time, what we need to do, madam? It's like we are not aware that that network was not proper in the region wise.
Usually, what happens is, see, nowadays that problem is coming because of this COVID, right? They are not able to go to the data centers and make that 100% check. Otherwise, before what they used to do is that they need to keep the service up and running every time. What happens is now, see, whatever servers you have created in the other region which is not
Yeah, yeah,
responding, that means you are paying for them. Like in the production environment and all, say for example, you have the production servers in the same region,
yeah, yeah,
right? If the network is not working at their region, it's their problem, right? So what they will do is that time wherever you have defined your machines will be the downtime for them, and they will pay you back the downtime services that they would have given. Because whenever we are purchasing some service from them, they will tell you the SLA, right? Like 99.9% it will be up and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of some issues, if something happens like that, they will give you back. But how to identify is usually not given, right? Because even if you check the VPC, it will be their default VPC and their default subnets, everything seems working. But checking you have to do region wise by yourself itself.
Okay. It's like
Okay,
I.
and
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
one more thing is that, see, if one server in the same region is not connecting, the other server is connecting, means something issue with your network only, something like that. But
Okay.
if you're creating some 4 to 5 machines in the same region, all the machines you're not able to connect and you're getting connection issues, then it would be region issues only. That in that case you can go ahead and decide like that.
Okay, okay. Means like yesterday I tried, madam. Night full. I created, installed Jenkins, and I created some sample project also.
Mm-hmm.
Hub and Spring Boot project. I created Docker files and Jenkins pipelines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I started running the job yesterday. New job I created, and this network issue came.
Oh,
So
okay. For
I
already existing.
existing instance only.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
all the things completed. Just I created a job also there and added Git URLs, JDK installations, everything. I
Mm-hmm.
started a plugin to pipelines and with the Docker file.
Mm-hmm.
This issue came and I am not able to rectify that itself. So I thought that this problem with my system and I deleted that instance. And
Mhm. No, no, no. It might be because of region also. Nowadays, it might be because of region. Otherwise, it wasn't there too.
I didn't try it in this way, ma'am. It's like you tried in different region, right? I didn't try.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I would have kept that instance alive.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. It's like a learning. No, again, if you
Yeah.
set up from start, you will become more like it will be more clear. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the medium. What is that? Yeah, T2 medium server.
T2 medium is 26. Yeah, this is T2 medium.
Okay, so fine. Let's go ahead and install first sudo apt hyphen install apt, yeah, apt hyphen get install.
Install
What?
or update.
Sorry, update.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one second. Give me a second.
But why we are creating with this master and slave way, madam? It's like what we.
See, for the this is a cluster, right? So because we are creating a cluster environment, because Kubernetes will be working on master slave kind of architecture. Okay, so if you want to create a cluster, you need at least two machines, one to act as master, one to act as slave. Okay, so that is the overall architecture of your Kubernetes.
It's like this in the Docker will not work in this way, right? The master and slave artist.
No, no, no. Docker will work on the server where you're installing the Docker engine, correct? So
Yeah.
the Docker can work even with a single instance as well. But
Okay.
for the Kubernetes, you need to make sure that you have minimum two machines, one to act as master, one to act as slave.
It's like if we ask any interview, if we ask question, like why
Mhm.
we are going for Kubernetes? Already we have a Docker. So
You can tell the advantages that you have with Kubernetes. See, if you have Docker and you want to do it with Docker, say for example, today you will get a server, like you will get a Docker engine where 200 Docker containers are running. Okay, keep that scenario. In that case, if something is going wrong, see, all 200 applications are important applications only for it with respect to client. If something is going wrong, how are you making sure that your containers are restarting again?
okay, means like there is no option of default dynamic restart of
You
Docker.
can do it in Docker using restart policies, but
Yeah,
restart policies will be applied to the container, correct?
yeah, yeah.
But if we want to do it for the machine where your Docker host is running, that's where your Kubernetes will come into picture. See, now you have only one Docker system where you have your Docker engine, you have 100 applications on that, right? But for all the 100 applications, one machine is not enough, because for one application you might have 1 million users, for the other application you might have 1 million users. To accommodate all that load balancing within one server, it is not possible, because we are talking with respect to production environment, not the sample one. If you're running 2 3 containers in a single Docker system, yes, that will work fine. But if the number increases, how will you manage? If that question comes, you need a tool which will help you monitor all these things, right? So that's where your Kubernetes will come into picture, wherein it will help you with the concept of pods and nodes. Okay, we will be seeing that later
Yeah,
once we
yeah.
understand how to install the Kubernetes. But definitely it has lot of advantages using Kubernetes, and Kubernetes is a very hot tool in the market. If you just tell Kubernetes, you will be in there. That's how your Kubernetes is the most powerful tool. Okay, and it's not that simply they are giving that powerful name. It can do much more things in your production environment, that we will be seeing one by one. Like once you install, we will see the concept of pods, we will see the concept of nodes, and we will see how to use the replication sets and all those things, so that you will understand more. Then you will get to know why Kubernetes we are using in Dockers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Shall we install Docker or here?
You need to install, but once again, let's go ahead through the process. And Kubernetes is, see, whatever we are doing now, we are installing the Kubernetes in two servers, right? That is the standalone servers. In the same way, we have the Kubernetes managed service provided by your AWS as well, which is called as EKS. In Azure, it is called as AKS. Okay, this is the most difficult part to install the Kubernetes. In case if you're going wrong with the steps, then the Kubernetes, what is that, community only will tell you not to go ahead and dig in deep to change the to change something. Better terminate that instance, create a new instance, and retry the installation. Okay, because Kubernetes installation is the difficult installation ever. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our steps. Okay, so you need to be sure with um, installing the steps. Okay,
Okay.
so go ahead and give sudo su so that it will take you to the root user.
Yeah.
Yes, and go ahead and do swap off.
What, madam?
Go to the document. Yes. Uh, okay, let's install. Sorry, let's install Docker first. Go ahead and install Docker first. Yeah, sudo apt install Docker IO. Install in that machine as well. Yes. Okay, check in this as well. Okay, that's installed. Okay, so I think in both the machines Docker is installed, right? I think sudo is not required now because we
Yeah,
are
yeah,
on root,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
by
fine.
default I'm typing.
Usually even I do that. Okay, let's go back to the document. Okay, so now the Docker is installed in both of the machines, right?
Yeah, should
Yes.
we enable the doc?
Enable the Docker. Yes. Systemctl enable Docker.
Yeah, ma'am. Shall we add the package of Kubernetes?
Yes, go ahead and add it. Wait, wait, wait. Come down. Wait. Come down to the steps. Come down. Okay. Come down. Come down. Okay. Okay, let's follow the other thing. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that as well, but let's go ahead and swap off first. Then let's go ahead and see how to configure it using uh, different things. Okay, you can, yes, you can go ahead to that step, but before that, let's go ahead and do the swap off. Okay, so I'll be pinging you the command. Why we are doing swap off is because to make sure that it does not take the disk usage, okay, into consideration. That's the reason.
Why this we use this, madam? It's like it should not use the disk usage.
Yes, for the partitions actually.
We need to run both the things.
In both the machines, yes. Because what happens is if the swap space is there, what is space is? It's your temporary space kind of thing. Okay, so in case if you're not doing swap of -a, even after that, if you go ahead and install the Kubernetes, it will throw you some errors because it needs few of the space internally to manage the cluster. That's the reason we are doing swap off before.
So this will do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it will not use the memory, internal memory. Yeah? It will use only the internal memory, or it will not make other cluster or slave or master not to use the memory of other.
Swap off means the temporary memory what it will be running inside, right, in the internal, like
Yeah.
for any of the processes, it will tell off like we should not do all those things because now we are going to install the cluster so that The space should be free for cluster to go ahead and install.
Okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. I did the swap off first.
Okay. So now go to this location. Just pinging you. Go to FS tab. Yeah, enter. Okay, that's fine. Because in the FS tab, if something is there with related to your swap of swaps spaces, it will be shown. But right now it is not there. That's fine. Control X. Okay, now let's go to the host name. We are going to change the host name to make sure that we are naming both the machines, one as your master, one as your slave.
To
Means
check the nano etc f tab in both the systems, right?
yeah, you can check, but I think one, yeah, check in the other system as well. But because we are taking the servers in the same location, I think mostly it should be identical.
Yeah, I
Host name, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so host name, go ahead and change the host name, like delete your IP and give it as kmaster if you're in master machine. This is your master machine, is it? This is a medium server.
This is slave, ma'am. Slave.
Okay, slave means you need to give k node.
It's like, are you able to see, right? The 64
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
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 64
yeah.
mission.
64
It is
is
P2 mic.
worker node. Yes.
The slave node. Yeah. So we need to change here. What we need to change here, ma'am?
Yeah, remove this one and add it as k node. Just type
Entire
in k node.
entire IP address we need to
Yes,
remove.
yes, yes.
And then what we need to add?
K node. Type in k node. This is just to make sure that your host name changes. Okay.
K node. K N O
K
D.
node. Yeah, yeah, correct. Go ahead, Control X Y. Same thing, do it with master.
With master, what we need to type, ma'am?
Master K master.
Yeah.
Okay, and go ahead and type ifconfig to know the IP address. Okay.
It's 135.
Yes, it's 135. 172.31.11.135.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Copy this one. Just make a note of both the servers with ifconfig.
Sort it.
You kept it in a notepad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for master, right? The
This is,
IP which you typed?
yeah, this is K master.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Who is that imitating me there?
Oh. Mama. Mama.
Okay. Okay. That is for node, right? K node. Okay. So remove these four hyphens there because we want to put this for hosts as well. So go ahead and open this file /etc/hosts in both the machines. Yeah, here you need to type in those two IP addresses. IP address space kmaster, IP address space knode. Yeah, remove those four lines. Yes. Yeah, one space should be there. Yes, perfect. Hmm. Okay, copy these two. Yeah, paste it in the file. You can paste it after localhost. Okay, done. Same thing, do it with the other server as well. Control X, Y.
Here, no data, nothing was there in this host, ma'am.
That's what even I'm looking. Control X, no.
Yeah,
Nano etc/etc you need to give.
sorry, sorry.
Hmm. Now paste it.
Oh shit. Okay, ma'am. Is it correct? Right?
Yes, this is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you need to restart the machines. Go ahead and click on restart in your AWS console. But usually restart will not work properly, so stop it and start it.
So two instances we need to stop and start.
Yes.
shall I stop it forcefully? It is asking to start forceful stop.
Yeah, stop it and then start it. Yes. Go ahead and start it. Okay, I think, yeah, let's let it initialize. Connect to both the machines.
Still
Or
initializing.
yeah, or can we continue tomorrow?
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
these two servers
yeah.
so that we can go ahead and start installing
Okay,
Kubernetes
okay.
cluster. Okay?
Yeah, and one question, madam, is like,
Yes.
are you able to see screen, right?
Yes, yes, I'm able to say it.
Yeah, this is the project where I created, madam. This is Spring
Okay.
Boot project.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the doc Jenkins file,
Correct, correct.
and this is Docker file.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like I am going trying to plug in this Docker file in the Jenkins file.
Mm,
So
yes, okay.
up to Maven it was working.
Mm-hmm.
So here it's like when we want to create the Docker image.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is this the way we need to write? It's like I didn't try it. Just I wrote the command by googling it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See,
It's like when we write this command image, it's like after that we need to use build also, right? We need to build this file.
yes, yes. See, you just have the Docker file. You don't have an image. You don't have
Yeah,
an
yeah.
image
It's
with
like the
AWS Spring
Jenkins
Boot,
file
right?
itself. We need to create the image,
Yes.
and
See,
then it has,
usually you don't build the image. You will build the Docker file and then create that Docker file into an image, right? So first you need to do that and then go ahead and add that image reference here.
oh no, it's by on dynamically it has to take that. No, it's like see first of all it has to create the image.
Okay, you want to write the script to run your Docker file and convert your Docker file to a image.
Yeah, yeah. See this Jenkins file was there, right?
Yeah,
So this is the Docker file. So when the Jenkins file started running, first it
mm-hmm.
will clean and it will install this project.
Correct.
So after that, based on this Docker file, this Docker file starts running this project. Okay. So when it has to take this Docker file from here, the Jenkins has to read this Docker file. It
Mm.
has to run the entire command, entire Docker file. Means like it has to build and it has to create the image, and then it has to first it has to create the image. Based on that image only, we will build it, right?
Yes, but one thing, let me check if there is a possibility to build
Yeah.
your Docker file. Okay, I know
Okay.
that we can go ahead and give the image already. Like usually what happens is we need to internally go ahead and run your Docker build, Docker build and your Docker file and then create an image. So we assume that image is already present with your custom Docker file. Then that
Yeah.
image name, whatever you are giving, that we will reference here. But if you are asking to build the Docker file only, then I need to see the step.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it is present, okay? Wait, let me search.
It's like they gave in this way, ma'am. When I see the sample example,
Mm-hmm.
so they told to build the image first, create an image first.
Ah,
Later,
correct, correct.
take that
Okay.
image and run the image. It's like without Jenkins file, I created the image, ma'am. It's like when you run from the command prompt here, if you
Mm-hmm.
build it, then it is running properly. But I am trying to read it from the Jenkins itself. Means like whenever the Jenkins starts, it has to create an image by default and it has to build it with some port number,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the port we need to give. In that way, I'm trying. It's like no need of running manually. Means like when you run a Jenkins job, that itself makes the project application to create an image, whatever the image we want. And if any image exists with that name, it has to delete that image and it shall recreate that image.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
I
like
understood. I
we can't
understood.
not do right. Means like I did manually
Mm-hmm.
Docker sudo Docker build with port number,
Mm-hmm.
hyphen port number. So it was working.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we can't able to do manually, right? Means like suppose if any change happened in Docker file, we can't come there and we can't keep on running that one, right?
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm trying. If you have any sample or if you have any way to give the read the Docker file from Jenkins, it can
Mm-hmm.
you can provide me.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
You have something like this. So this is the stage which is usually
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Docker image build, and you can go ahead and give the command as docker build -t, and your like the first part will be your login name, and the second part will be your
yeah,
Docker
yeah.
image file name, Docker file name, correct?
Okay, okay.
Try this.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
know if it doesn't work.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you both of you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.